So this is rant number 2 of the 3 that I promised you. You've already seen me post, is Exos Heroes dying? This one is Exos Heroes pay to win? And then I have one completely dedicated to the monetization of this game. I know that rants don't appeal to everybody, but I feel like a lot of this needs to just get off my chest.
Just do it!
I am an advocate for this game. I do recommend that people give it a go. I personally find it really fun, but it doesn't have its gaping holes and its glaring issues, and I think people need to be warned and be honest about what they're getting. So we need to answer the pressing question that a lot of people that are discovering gachas and playing and downloading games need to know. Is Exos Heroes pay to win? And I think the short answer to that is yes, but I think the technical answer to that is sort of. So the first thing I'm going to say is you need to define within yourself what a win is, okay? Is win enjoyment? Is win completion? Is win rank? And with this latest update, now that I think about it, they might all be, yes, pay to win. Up until this latest patch and iteration of like Path of Trials and Chapter 11, you could get through all of Chapter 10 using story heroes, using what the game gave you. You just needed to invest a little bit of time and, maybe like, 5 days to a week's worth of using your levy stones while you're away for smart exploration, gathering tools and doing your dungeons. But it was very possible, so in that aspect, pay to win didn't exist. You could beat the game and all of the dungeons that come after the game without putting a dime into it. I don't really know how free-to-play players are really going to get through Chapter 11 and these lunatic dungeons, and even some of the special dungeons, without paying or without getting insanely lucky and doing a lot of rerolls and getting very core pieces to move forward. That's not fun, so it loses there. You feel like you're not progressing the way you should and it feels helpless, and then you probably actually have to pay to beat it. So that's not helpful, that's not fun, that's not honest, and that's pay to win. And then you look at the PvP system, and frankly, there's no way to be relevant without paying. Now, I will say that some non-payers that were here at launch still find a way to get higher they found a way to stay competitive at the higher ends of ranked. Specifically one that you guys should check out named ProxyQ. He is incredibly smart at the game, but he also has had crazy pack luck, and he will be the first to admit it. He will say that he is the free-to-play god. He will say that his account is blessed, and it kind of just goes to my point that you kind of need those things to be relevant in this game. And with these most recent updates, I think a lot of that goes out the window, especially this Awaken system. Magic enhancement prior to that already made me push closer to pay to win, because no longer is just your Bathory or your Rudley good enough. Now you need to get 4 Rudleys to transcend into your original one so you can get magic enhancement to where now you're, instead of popping 1 stone, you're popping 4 stones, and you need all the gold and you need all the universes and the tools and resources to get it to that point. And that requires a lot of zest, that requires a lot of rolls, and it requires a lot of money to get to that point. And then we get into Awakening, and there's no cap on how far someone can pay to get anymore. There is nothing that standardizes the process. I think these teams that were competitive around 2 million, maybe upwards to like 3 million in terms of power, your heroes that are getting up to 500,000, I don't even think they're like half to a quarter of what we will see in 3 months from now. I think you will see some truly ridiculously overpowered units, and you're already seeing some of that at the higher ends of PvP. You look at the daily ladder, the daily tournament, and you see the same few names every day, and it's not because they're actually good at the game, it's because, well, okay, they are good at the game, I won't put it that way, they know what they're doing, but they also have ridiculously overtuned and overpowered heroes. They have gotten 5 or 6 of a gold fake core, and you can tell that they've invested a serious amount of time, research, money into getting there. So from the PvP point of view, yeah, this game's very pay to win. Now, I think that the game is a few tweaks away from it not being pay to win in everything outside of PvP. And I think it's actually okay for PvP to somewhat be pay to win in a gacha game specifically. But I'll go from saying sort of to yes after being done with this rant. And I think that it was fair to say sorta at the beginning, because it was very much a sort of pay to win all the way up until the end of chapter 10, up until like literally yesterday. It wasn't pay to win to get enjoyment and to get content out of the game. Now I don't think you can truly get there without doing those things. So what went from being a 2 no free to play friendly to 1 pay to win being at PvP, 2 to 1 making it free to play at that point, it's now 0 to 3. It's completely pay to win. To answer the question, is Exos Heroes pay to win? Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 updates away from being pay to play at this point.